Everybody, welcome back to Morning Joe with Mr. Scow. I'm Aaron Scowcroft. I'm here with Mark Chaffee here, who has lived in Vermont here for now 22 years. Been in the business virtually that entire time, and ranked top 200 in the nation for his line of work. He is the Vice President of Mortgage Financial Inc. here in Colchester, and I thought we would take some time today to ask him a few questions. So
appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, anytime. And he didn't bring his coffee, which is huge, but that's all right. I already scolded him. So Mark, what do you do for first-time home buyers? What would you say is like the critical tool to your toolbox?
Yeah, the big thing right now is VHFA, Vermont Housing Finance Agency. So they have a new program where you can go 3% down and they'll give you a $5,000 assist. So that's huge. So people that have been on the sidelines that haven't been able to move forward, can now move forward. So if you're looking to buy a $200,000 house, in the past it was 5% down in most cases, which is a lot of money. It's $10K plus closing costs. Now we can do 3% down, which is $6,000, but with a $5,000 assist, you're down to $1,000.
Yeah.
So if you can get the seller involved to pay the closing costs, you could buy a $200,000 house with $1,000.
Yeah.
In most cases, you can get the payment down to be less than rent, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah. Average rent here in Vermont, based on what I've seen, is probably like 1,000, 1,100, 1,200.
Yeah, 1,000 to 1,250 for a property like that. Possibly even a little bit more. So your mortgage payment actually might be slightly higher than that, but you have to take into consideration that you now would be able to itemize and get a tax break, which is pretty cool. Also, some of that payment is going to go towards your principal, which is going to be equity in the house, so that money's coming back to you. Also in Vermont, we've had appreciation over the last 40 years of just shy of 5%.
Wow.
So in a $200,000 house, just by owning the property, you're going to increase your value by about $10,000 a year. So when you add those things up, rather than paying the landlord, you're paying yourself, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, everybody would like. I'd prefer to do that.
Yeah.
I'd rather build my equity rather than paying the landlord's mortgage.
And now that you can get in with as little as $1,000, it's really time to do it. So I think that's awesome. The other thing is if folks are looking for investment property, with a FHA loan, a lot of people don't realize this. With 3.5% down, you can buy a 2 to 4 unit. If you go to a conventional loan, you got to put 25% down or 20% down, which is a huge difference. So on a $300,000 house, $10,000 versus $60,000.
Saving that kind of money right now is not easy.
Yeah. So we do a lot of first-time home buyers buying 2-unit properties so that the folks paying the rent can pay their mortgage.
Right. Yeah, because it's just like you've become the landlord at this point, and then anybody else you move in around you is helping you build your equity.
Yeah. So you do have to move into that property, owner occupied, but if you've been there at least a year, you can look around, buy a single family, and then have that just pay for itself and compound and grow in value.
Oh, that's excellent. And net worth is really important, especially if you need some kind of a leverage. So expenses come up. What if your roof falls apart?
Yeah. Well, the key is to build wealth is starting young. So if you can get in and buy a 2-unit, when you're in your 20s, over time that's going to compound and grow, and you're going to have, a retirement income. We all rely on the stock market for our retirement, but real estate's a great way to go as well.
See, this is why I got him on the show today, guys. He knows his stuff, and it's really important for anybody who is out there either looking to refinance their home or purchase some new property. Make sure to get in touch with me or Mark, and we'd be more than happy to help get you lined up with the right people and get you in the right product. Really appreciate everybody stopping by today. Have a great day.
Thanks a lot.